the Maestro's touch. Then another angel, having a golden censer, came and stood at the altar. He was given much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar, which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense, with the prayers of the saints, ascended before God from the angel's hand. Revelation 8, verses 3 and 4. In the holy place, right up against the veil that separated it from the most holy, stood a small altar of incense, where the priest would burn a special blend of aromatic spices, producing a sweet-smelling smoke that would waft up over the veil into the presence of the Ark of the Covenant, which represented the throne of God. The smoke, the book of Revelation tells us, represented the prayers of God's people. The veil hid the most holy, because sinners cannot enter into the presence of a holy God. Likewise, our prayers are also tainted by sin and selfishness, and by themselves are not fit to be presented before God's throne. That is why we are blended with incense and introduced into the most holy. Jesus adds his own righteousness to our prayers, making them acceptable for presentation in the courts of heaven. Years ago, a little girl begged her parents for piano lessons because she wanted to become a concert pianist. All she could manage to bang out on the keys was chopsticks, but she longed to be able to play more. Her parents sought a teacher, and to their delight, they managed to book a session with a famous concert pianist. When they arrived, they were shown to the studio, but the great teacher had not yet arrived. Too excited to sit still, the little girl raced over to the piano and started to hammer out the same obnoxious tune that had driven her parents nearly mad. To the parents' embarrassment, the great virtuoso suddenly walked into the room as their daughter was indelicately assaulting the keyboard. They moved to stop her, but the teacher motioned for them to stay put. Quietly, he slipped onto the bench next to her and began to add a delicate accompaniment to her coarse hammering. And before long, chopsticks started to sound like a stunning duet. To be sure, the original tune was still there, as plain as day, but with the maestro's touch, it had become beautiful. Nothing about sin is beautiful, but never forget that our heavenly high priest is one of us, fully human, even though he is fully God. When he adds his beauty to your life, it becomes a sweet-smelling incense that fills the courts of heaven.